My ex returned my dead mother's necklace with upgrades, so I asked her new boyfriend to help assess its value. The necklace arrived in a velvet box wrapped in pink tissue paper, with a note from Jordan saying she'd made it even more special. I hadn't spoken to her since our breakup 4 months ago, when she'd refused to return my mother's pendant, despite my repeated requests. It's not even worth that much, she'd texted back then. Stop being so dramatic about a cheap necklace. She was right about one thing: pairing the silver pendant with tiny lab-created stones wasn't valuable in terms of money, but it was the last gift my mother gave me before cancer took her when I was 16. I'd stupidly loaned it to Jordan for a wedding, trusting her promise to guard it with her life. Now staring at the improved necklace, I felt physically ill. The simple silver chain had been replaced with a gaudy gold one. The pendant par in my mother's delicate silver moonstone piece per L was nowhere to be seen. In its place hung a flashy gold heart covered in what looked like tiny diamonds with J. Flay Einery engraved on the back. The note explained she'd had it professionally abrogated because she still loved me and wanted me to have something actually valuable to remember her by. She'd kept the original stones but had them reset into this new piece. My mother's necklace was gone, melted down and transformed into this monstrosity. I called Jordan immediately, struggling to keep my voice steady. "What have you done? Don't you love it?" she gushed. "That old silver thing was so tarnished. This is 18-karat gold with real diamonds. Cost me over 3,000. Warden, that necklace was my dead mother's. I didn't want it changed. I just wanted it back. God, you are so ungrateful. I was trying to do something nice. That's why we broke up. Taryn, you never appreciated anything." She hung up. I sat holding the gaudy pendant, feeling a strange calm replace my initial shock. If Jordan thought the necklace was worth thousands, perhaps I could use that delusion to my advantage. Through mutual friends, I discovered Jordan was now dating a jeweler named Marcus Perfect. I messaged him directly. "Jordan had my mother's necklace reassigned as a gift. I'd like a professional opinion on its value for insurance purposes. Could you help?" He agreed to meet for coffee. I brought the necklace in its box along with the only photo I had of my mother wearing the original pendant. Marcus was friendly, dressed casually in jeans and a black t-shirt that showed off sleeve tattoos. He seemed genuinely interested in helping. "So this is the piece?" he asked, opening the box. His expression remained neutral, but I caught the slight raising of his eyebrows. "Yes, Jordan said she spent over $3,000 on the upgrade. Does that seem accurate?" He examined it carefully, turning it over in his hands. "Mind if I check something?" I nodded. He pulled out a small loop from his pocket and studied the gold more closely. "Where did she have this work done?" he asked. "She didn't say, just that it was professional." He handed the necklace back to me and sighed. "This isn't 18-karat gold. It's gold-plated brass, and these aren't diamonds, parent, they're cubic zirconia. The whole piece, including the chain, is worth maybe $80 retail." I feigned surprise, but she said, "Look," Marcus interrupted gently. "I don't want to get in the middle of anything, but Jordan has a habit of exaggerating. She told me she owns a BNDE. She drives a 2008 Honda with a BNDET chain." I showed him the photo of my mother. It wasn't expensive, but it was all I had left of her. Marcus studied the photo for a long moment. "That silver filigree work handmade? The moonstone is real, even if it's not valuable. That piece had actual craftsmanship." He looked genuinely upset. "I am really sorry. Thank you for your honesty," I said. "Jordan mentioned an ex who was obsessed with a cheap necklace," he said quietly. I didn't know the full story. The following week, I received a package. In play was a small box containing a silver pendant with a moonstone, along with a note from Marcus. "It's not your mother's, but it's similar. Sterling silver, genuine moonstone. I make these in my studio, no charge." 2 days later, Jordan's social media announced her newly single status with a long rant about 26 men who take an ex's side. I sent Marcus a thank you message. He responded, "Some things have value beyond their price. I wear the new pendant every day now. Sometimes I catch myself touching it and thinking not of my mother, but of the stranger who understood that worth isn't always measured in carats."